Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nayaswami Padma, and I'm here today to bring you the excerpt from Yogananda's original teachings as expressed through Swami Kriyananda's autobiography, The New Path. I'm still in the chapter called Work versus Meditation. This is a slightly longer excerpt, but I think it's worthwhile. Boone told me in February of an experience he too had had after keeping his mind steadfastly on Master for 2 days. He was given a kind of ecstasy in which he was quite unable to feel his body, even while moving about and performing his daily duties in the print shop. I had to pray finally that I'd be able to feel my body again, he said. I was afraid I might hurt it on the machinery. Well, I thought, that was for me. More eager for the experience itself, I'm afraid, than for humble attunement with my guru. I kept my mind on Master one-pointedly. He was in Encinitas at the time, but after 2 or 3 days returned to Mount Washington. I met him at the front porch as he arrived. "What sort of mischief are you up to, Walter?" he smiled significantly. None, sir. Mischief? It hadn't seemed like mischief to me. Are you sure you aren't up to some kind of mischief? I began to understand what he meant, but was reluctant to accept his definition of what I'd been doing. As he went indoors, he smiled lovingly. Thinking the matter over, I had to admit to myself, while my practice had been right, my intentions had not been. And now he quotes Yogananda, "Don't seek experiences in meditation," the Master told us. "The path to God is not a circus." Very interesting little excerpt we have here, because that lesson, the path to God is not a circus, is so, well, it seems subtle to most of us, but in reality, when we're in the midst of seeking the siddhis, the powers, the experiences of meditation, rather than the sheer bliss of trying to attune ourselves to the divine presence within, when we seek those experiences, they almost never come. So it's no accident that a couple of the key meditation techniques that Yogananda teaches are all about not controlling, whether it's our breath or in the Om technique, the sounds that we wish to hear, the inner sounds, the ability to listen or let the breath flow and simply watch it and not try to control it. In both of those practices, we learn to let go in our lives, and certainly in our meditation practices, of what we think the results should be, and be willing to wait and throughout eternity if need be. They say that God comes to us like a thief in the night. To be willing to wait for that moment of God's choosing, whether we have a meditative experience or not, or the results of what we think should be the experience or not, is not the question. For some people, those kinds of cities, those powers, never come because they're not seeking them. And God, the ecstasy, the bliss of divine union, comes to them without ever having that, sort of sideshow, as he explains in his teachings. So if it comes, great, it's a gift, it's wonderful. If that doesn't come, great, that's the gift. Loving God is sufficient unto the day. And so that's at least the understanding of that particular paragraph that I wanted to offer you. Joy to you, and we'll see you again next week, Tuesday and Thursday. Many blessings. Bye-bye now.